talking about what I do to people that I've just met, or if we're in social circumstances, it's still a little bit difficult. It used to be impossible. So when I was out before and people would ask me, the first thing I said, well, I was a barrister and I was a journalist, but now I'm a stay-at-home mum. It was always like that. And it was so ridiculous, and it was a practical thing that stopped me from saying that. As the years went on and my career further and further sort of disappeared into the ether, I realised I couldn't keep saying, well, I was a barrister and I was a journalist and now I'm a stay-at-home mum, because I've been a stay-at-home mum for longer than I was. So I've been forced into a position of having to just say I'm a stay-at-home mum, and I've actually made myself say that. I don't talk about what I did beforehand. It's a really conscious decision, because I'm so desperate for people to understand that this is such a hard, full-time job that's so important. I don't believe my children would be who they are if I hadn't been able to stay at home. And it's not because I'm not a tiger mum. I didn't make them who they are, but I do think I have enabled them to have the confidence to be who they are. And it is as simple as being there when they come home from school. So when they come home from school and they drop their bags and they're moaning, that's so important, to just for them to be able to just let off steam, to have their dinner, to have me available for them whenever they want. And obviously the other side of it is that with 5 children, all you hear is mom, mom, mom. There's no peace. But when I can step back from it and it doesn't annoy me beyond belief, I can sort of think and believe that actually that's nice, that's great. Whatever's on their mind and whatever they need to talk to me about, they can. They don't have to wait for me to get home late at night or wait for the weekend. I think that's really important, because especially at the teenage age, which I've now got nearly 3 into, they seem to be quite spontaneous when it comes to things that are on their mind, or if they have issues, it just comes to them and you almost have to catch it. That's what I've realised with teenagers. You have to catch it. If you miss the moment, it's likely that they'll never mention it again. And I found that, obviously I haven't caught every moment, but I have found that practically, that when I've had the mum, and it's been so random and out of context to whatever they're doing at that moment, I thought I've just caught that moment, because that would leave their minds and it will never come back. So I think that emotional support has been really important.